These guys are some of the best players in NBA history. They were key players on championship teams and were selected to All-Star teams and All-NBA teams. Some even won the MVP. But if these guys are so great, then how come their names aren't usually brought up among fans? I'm Justin for Action, and today we take a look at the top 10 forgotten stars in NBA history. And a big shout out to Jakhi Beale for suggesting this list. We do hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, Adrian Dantley. A two-time scoring champion, Adrian Dantley was one of the best players in the 80s. Dantley was a six-time All-Star, and when he retired in 1991, the Hall of Famer was ninth on the all-time scoring list. The 1977 Rookie of the Year and Olympic gold medal winner was a versatile scorer who used mid-range jumpers and an explosive first step to get to the basket. Unfortunately for Dantley, he never won a title, and his best years were with Utah, a less noticeable franchise. A member of both the Lakers and Pistons, Dantley was traded from both teams just before the Showtime Lakers and Bad Boy Pistons won their titles. Number 9, Bob McAdoo. The 1975 MVP and a two-time champion, Bob McAdoo has one of the most impressive resumes in league history. A five-time All-Star and a one-time All-NBA first-team member, the 73 Rookie of the Year is the last player to average 30 points and 15 rebounds per game. Though he played for noteworthy franchises like the Celtics, Knicks, and Lakers, McAdoo had several injuries which shortened his prime. McAdoo's best years were with the unexceptional Buffalo Braves, who later became the Los Angeles Clippers. McAdoo did win his only two titles as a sixth man on the Showtime Lakers. Number 8, Alex English. One of the most dominant scorers ever, Alex English was an 8-time All-Star and is best known for his stretch with the Nuggets. In the same era as stars like Moses Malone and Bernard King, it was English who scored the most points in the 80s. Leading Denver to 9 playoff appearances, English never sought the spotlight and was overshadowed in the conference by flashier teams like the Los Angeles Lakers and Houston Rockets. For 8 straight seasons, the Hall of Famer and 83 scoring champion averaged at least 25 points per game. Number 7, Billie Cunningham. A key member on one of the best teams ever, Cunningham started his career in the NBA, jumped to the ABA, and then finished his career back in the NBA. After joining the 76ers in 1965, the three-time All-Star thrived with Philadelphia. In his rookie season, Cunningham won a title while being the sixth man on the 68-win 76ers, led by Wilt Chamberlain. Later in his career, Cunningham became the focal point for Philadelphia, averaging 24 points and 12 rebounds in the 68-69 year. Joining the ABA in 72, the NBA Hall of Famer averaged 24 and 12 again and won the league MVP in his first season. Number 6, Artis Gilmore. In NBA history, only DeAndre Jordan has a higher field goal percentage than Artis Gilmore, one of the best big men to ever play basketball. Starting out in the ABA, Gilmore dominated in both leagues. Nicknamed the A-Train, Gilmore was a 6-time All-Star and one of the best centers in his era thanks in part to his 7'2" frame. Voted one of the 50 greatest players of all time, Gilmore was elected to the Hall of Fame in 2011 and won both MVP and the Rookie of the Year honors in the ABA. Number 5, Pete Maravich. Pistol Pete Maravich was one of the most gifted players to ever touch a basketball. Before handlers like Allen Iverson and Kyrie Irving, Maravich was one of the first to make defenders look silly. Still the all-time points leader in NCAA Division I basketball, Maravich excelled in the pros with the Hawks and the Jazz before injury shortened his career. A 5-time All-Star, Maravich had 6 50-point games and was named to 2 All-NBA first teams. Likely due to his untimely death and lack of highlight reels in the mid-70s, Maravich seems like an unknown name to many modern fans. Number 4, Wes Unsel. Before stars like Charles Barkley and Dennis Rodman dominated as undersized big men, Wes Unsel was the first. At 6'7", Unsel was one of the best players in his era. The 69 MVP was best known for being a tremendous passer, with his outlet passes considered among the best ever. After grabbing 18 rebounds and scoring 13 points per game, Unsel became the first player since Wilt Chamberlain to win Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same season. A member of the 50 greatest players, Unsel won the 78 Finals MVP, leading the Washington Bullets to their only title in franchise history. Number 3, Elvin Hayes. Usually if a player is a 12-time All-Star, he is one of the most forgettable stars. Yet Elvin Hayes, one of the greatest big men of all time, is not known to many basketball fans. The 69 scoring champion and 2-time rebounding leader may have been overshadowed by contemporaries, such as Willis Reed and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But Hayes is one of the best players ever. Nicknamed the Big E, Hayes is the last rookie to lead the league in scoring when he averaged 28.4 points per game. Currently number 9 on the all-time scoring list, Hayes was voted one of the 50 greatest players in 1996. Number 2, George Gervin. Nicknamed the Iceman, George Gervin is one of the best small forwards in league history. Before David Robinson and Tim Duncan, Gervin was considered the greatest Spur ever. A 9-time All-Star and 5-time All-NBA first-team leader, Gervin was best known for his smooth finger roll, which became an unstoppable scoring move. At the time of his retirement, the Hall of Famer retired with the most blocks by a guard. Named one of the 50 greatest players, when Gervin retired in 1986, he had the 4th most 40-point games in NBA history. And number 1, Elgin Baylor. One of the greatest scorers and Lakers ever, Baylor is arguably the best player to never win a title. An 11-time All-Star, Baylor is one of 5 players to score 70 points in a game, and scored a still finals record 61 points in Game 5 of the 62 finals. Unfortunately for Baylor, he repeatedly fell to Bill Russell's Celtics in the championship. The 1959 All-Star Game MVP went to 7 NBA Finals and lost each time to the Celtics. Oddly enough, after Baylor retired due to injuries just 9 games into the 71-72 season, the Lakers went on to win the championship in May. Do you think there was an NBA star we missed in our rankings? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.